Hex and a large group of his men gave chase. Everyone drew their weapons from behind their backs and clashed with Wads's men. The intense gunfire instantly alerted the few people inside the house. They hurriedly took cover in the nearby armory. Oscar and the girl were also locked inside. The lawyer had originally urged Vardez to just take these two out. In his eyes, they were no longer of any use, but Vardez felt that these two were important. It was the lawyer, on the other hand, who now seemed like a real dead weight. So the very next second, Vardez fired without hesitation. By then, Hex and I had already made our way to the estate's side gate.
Hey, motherfuckers!
Oh, shit!
Hexes muttered under his breath that he'd been in prison too long, and his reflexes were a bit rusty. We immediately geared up, and then quietly slipped into the estate. As soon as I stepped onto the open area, I was ambushed from the shadows. Fortunately, my reaction was quick enough. As I rolled to break the impact, I took out the gunman in one fluid motion. It was a clean, decisive move. Once inside the room, I had Hex guard the window, while I went to settle the score with the rest of them. But the moment I stepped out, I ran head on into a gunman. I had no choice but to dash into the adjacent courtyard, using the patrol area as cover to hide my position. As the enemy slowly closed in, I decisively fired through the wall, taking down one of them first. The remaining man panicked and fired wildly in all directions, but in the end, I flanked him and took him out. By then, the outer guards had been completely cleared out by Hex's men. Without a moment's hesitation, they all stormed into the estate. Vardez realized something was wrong and immediately prepared to retreat, but just then I suddenly burst out from the side. Thanks to my men's desperate cover fire, Vardez managed to scramble back into the house. I raised my gun and fired, taking out one of them first. The other had just ducked behind a pillar, but I followed up with a shot to his leg. He didn't even have time to react. Before I finished him off right there, over on the other side, Oscar, desperate to survive, had to take a gamble. Seizing a moment when the guard was distracted, he lunged forward and delivered a vicious kick, followed by a rear naked choke, locking the man's neck in a tight grip.